we have a feeding program for children. And that was the way I started the ministry. So I asked God what to do, what a musician do, being a missionary in the Mayan jungle. And I thought to play my violin in the park, and play the violin. And here we are. And, Jesus loves you, because that was what I got. Because God told me, use what you have in your hand. And as Moses. And I had my violin on my hand. Gave music lessons for free to the kids. And then I said, well, you will receive music lessons, but what about Bible? So let's divide. I give you this Bible lesson and free music lesson. And I realized through the time they were hungry. They need food. So I started giving them cookies and, fruit. Then I started the feeding program. And from that feeding program is where it become a nest, and missionaries, volunteers, all of the volunteers are helping me in the message for Mayans. They came from the feeding program. Now they are serving in the feeding program, being a missionaries, going to the field. So my goal is to teach them the Bible, but in their own language. So we have this material. We work a lot to translate it into Mayan. And when we made the first resort, there was a Jesus film in Mayan, and play it. And at the end, an old lady came to me and crying, shaking. She was pretty touched. And I had interpreters. And I asked her, what's going on? And she said, crying and was difficult to speak. And I can't believe it. And she speaks Mayan. And now I know he hears my prayers. And me was like, what? I never thought about it. They need to know that Jesus is not far from them. Jesus is very close to them. And Jesus listen to them, and Jesus cares them. So when I saw that, it was like, oh, this is what we need to do, to speak their language and send Jesus to them as part of them. And doing that, towns, entire villages be coming to the feet of Jesus.